sensing the movements of the garden's chorus all around. We're glad to be here. A strange but beautiful place a little longer. Alright, those quest lines are done. Still got some quest lines to go. Back on the side. Drawing completes tomorrow. Next cycle of games. So. Yeah, and time for the drawing. The crowds have gathered by the time you get to the shipyard. You recognize faces among them. You've worked alongside the sun. Many cycles have turned their excitement to anxiety, and a few of them smile at you. Instead, the nervous energy of the crowd fills the space, creating a feedback loop of growing tension. You pick out Lem and Mina and work your way over to them, pushing your way through the crowd. Silently raises eyebrows at you, anxiety obvious, but Mina flashes you a huge smile, aware of the tension. Robot, she sounds, reaching out to you. Hi, Mina. She was frantically grinning. Quite the turnout, huh? Lem glanced around, pulling Mina close. I don't think patience is one of the cloud's strengths. Not an argument with the back catches you attention. Bring it lightly. The place seems set to explode. Hope so. This is Aster Engerhard of the Elysius Foundation. Announcement echoes from the speakers of the shipyard entrance, and shouts of quiet quickly follow. Thank you. I can't be there to meet you all, and thank you on behalf of the Century Celis for the work you've done on the side of the horizon. Most of the crowd strains here its face, but the small figure shows only a ghostly display. But the small display shows only a ghostly white figure, smudged and unclear. Century wanted me to pass along her personal thanks for your commitment to and belief in the Celis Foundation's mission. We chose the eye for this project because we knew that we would find like-minded individuals here, especially among the ranks of the venerable Havenage Association. Unlike most of the Corps, we need to believe Aaron's Eye to be a threat of road state, and instead an embryo for the formation of a new, decentralized social structure, one where each citizen might be the master of their destiny. Ripple and patience runs the crowd, they didn't hear of a sermon. We're all pioneers, just like those core citizens with the sidewall horizon carry and cryosleep, the planet that will become the Foundation's first frontier world, Celis 1, or frontier world, Celis 1. Mentioned the destination world, excited conversations break out among the workers. They are citizens to create their own innovative, bottom-up economic order. The Alliance principles set down by Century Celis herself: freedom, resilience, and self-reliance. All thanks to your tireless efforts in the Havenage yards. At Word for Efforts, we know that we are selecting a select group the opportunity to join the caretakers of this vision, staff of the Sidewall Horizon, who will maintain the vessel during its multi-year transit through interstellar space. Lem turned to his eyes bright. This is it. Straw, formed at random by the central AIs of the Foundation, and is final and binding. Please note, only licensed contractors of the Foundation are eligible for the straw. I know you have all been eagerly awaiting this day, and without further delay, I will now read the Celis identification numbers of those chosen for this reading. Remember what is the crowd? Celis identification numbers, licensed contractors, you've heard the term mentioned. You're supposed to be assigned. He glanced at his lamp, but his eyes are fixed forward, wide and shimmering. All around you, people are speaking in hushed tones like a rising wave. Aster starts reading out serious numbers, and panic begins to set in. No one seems to know what's happening. Near the front of the crowd, someone shouts in celebration, and everyone pushes forward. You see Lem still staring forward. And Mina's scared now. Shout start. Daddy? Someone throws something at the entrance and it rattles against the shipyard doors. See, for the first time, Harvard and security have stood on either side, scared, arguing between themselves. You feel the anger riding in the crowd. You need to go. He doesn't move. They might call out names. I can't. Happen. Blinks rapidly and turns to you. Opens and closes his mouth and looks down at Mina. He sees the fear in her eyes and understands. It's time to go. Lead Lim and Mina out, shoving people aside. As you do, you hear the sounds of couples in the front of the crowd, metal canisters bouncing at the shipyard walls. Keep your head down and walk away. The sound of Aster reading off the cipher is echoing above the chaos like some strange adventure. You turn to Lim and there are tear tracks running down his cheeks and he is sniffling into his jacket. You feel the sadness rising in you. He screwed you. He screwed all of you. You were never even on the list. The feeling is unpleasant as it is familiar. You stare ahead of the tunnel as security sirens sound out, a signal for the coming violence. My suspicion is that was never actually one that was winnable. Yeah, because we have 3 days cycle before this one kicks off. So let's finish the repairs. As you both wait in the airlock for it to cycle back to the bay, Bliss thumps you in the arm. Nicely done, Sleeper. We cleared that contract, no problem. Once we're back in the bay, we can check if the payment has come through and divide it up. Feels good. Airlock clunks and lights flicker, and a moment later you're back in the bay, where trying to figure out where Moritz is at the racks, figure out where the mess of tools that Bliss left in her wake should be hung. Hey, Moritz! Over his shoulder. Sleeper? He spins a wrench in his hand. Looked like clean work out there. Bliss, who was already gliding over to the management console. She rolls a little as she crosses the cavernous bay. No one you've ever met moves as well in zero-G as she does. Like she was born into it. Shit! She slammed the fist on the console. Shit. What's up? I can't even... Come here, look at this. Just look. She spins the terminal screen to see the field for the bay's account. The entry for the Ember's Wake. Repair fee paid in full the moment you finish up the job, but directly after, the whole amount was transferred over back out to an unknown account. What the hell? This is the work of my ex. She punches the terminal. He must go to the back door of the machine before she left. No way he can... She pauses thinking. Moritz, throw me that wrench. What's that for? Moritz spins the wrench across the bay. Bliss smiles. This. She brings the wrench down on the terminal hard. You flinch backwards as a hail of computer parts spill up the bay in a glittering arc. Fragments of screen, memory, collections, casing. When Bliss is done, she clips the wrench to her tool belt. Try backdoing your way into that, you shit. Moritz shifts up from his hiding place among the racks. Poor Moritz. Bliss, do you want me to... Looks at the arc of fragments. No, I've got it. You can let me a new terminal, cheapest you can find. Couple one together from pieces of the port exchange if you have to. Can I help? Don't worry, one of the first things I had installed when we picked out this place was a cleaning suite. She flicks over a plastic cover and a huge red button. Watch yourself. She hammers the button and a row of laser emitters unfold from the big wall and start calling away across the work area, frying the debris and pulses of frying pretty white. It's either that or it space the whole bay every few seconds. Okay? Not really. I just don't seem to accomplish this shit, no matter how hard I try. Again, it wasn't everything. I'm not that stupid. Once Morris gets back, I'll secure it, flush everything else. Clicks a piece of debris into the path of the suite. Clean break. Go take another contract. That's it. Alright, I'm in. Better be. No way you're getting your basement back unless you are. I'm sorry, Sleeper. I know you work for this too. Next time won't be the same. It's okay. In a few cycles, and Morris will let you know. So 4 cycles before we get our next bid. Line up for next bid. 1 more till the bar is ready. Three more days until the horizon leaves. Alright, that was more work from Caster's table. Alright, nobody in the bar I can really talk to. Find out. Unless... Nope, no one I can hack to. Hub. No, time to do gangster crap. This time you meet inside Raba's office. Though now that you've seen it, office seems like the wrong term. You find her stood an almost bare, shadowy unit midway between a series of sequence of stretches. There are 2 low stools and a terminal in the corner, but most of the space is taken up by a heavy punching bag, rubber matting, and a stack of weights. Rabia turns to meet you. You realize she's missing an arm. The prosthetic she usually wears is a cradle in the terminal, a web of colored wires running to it. Updates, she said, noticing you looking over her artificial arm using it. Nothing to worry about with. Of course. Sit, he says, gesturing towards the 2 diminutive stools. You both sit on the stools, Rabia crossing her legs on top and sitting straight back. She told me doing the rounds, collecting ties, patrolling the ward. Some of the enforcers are impressed. And you handle a few difficult circumstances. Nicely done. I want to see for myself. See what for yourself? Trust you. And the conclusion. Yeah, thank you. See how things work here now. Strong Gadigan means a strong low end. Both are rose equivalent to each other. Not for you, life in the eye has been a struggle, but I hope we can do something about that from here on. Though some of our members might not see it that way. I know you too are a refugee. That's why you've come to us. Enough, Rabia. Sabine's voice cuts the conversation. I am tired of listening to your affected ability. Across the room, Rabia's behind their hand, and lit with sparkling electricity. Rabia looked between the 2 of you. I suppose this ambush was another cooperation between you 2? Silent? Pause and offer silence. Takes the opportunity to act. She leaps from the stool, feigning past Sabine, grabs the baton and twists inward. She is by far the stronger. Sabines her knees, crunches the crackling baton from their chest. They freeze there. Sabine struggling to keep the crackling baton from their skin. Stop. You support them. Your loyalty is easily strayed. Like an attack dog, Rabia. You're not able to think for yourself. Rabia holds the baton strong. For a moment, she thinks about to hammer it down into Sabine's chest, but with a painful weight, she throws Sabine down instead. Then spins the baton in her hand, flipping the switch and shutting it off with a single move. Explain. They both look at you, each catching their breath as you forgot about your presence. Explain what? How about how the moment I call my enforcers will come down here, take them away? You're lucky I didn't kill you. I've had every right. Every right. Sabine rolls themselves a little, bruised from the fall. They roll onto their side and cough. Rabia gives them some space, sitting back on the stool. Sabine props themselves up on their elbows and fixes Rabia with a hard stare. Just say it. This is your final opportunity, because after this, no coming back. What's the point? She refuses to listen to criticism of the Great Yadigan project. She collects herself. Speak. She folds her arms and waits to be convinced. She takes a breath, organizing their thoughts. They go to start, pause, and decide a different approach. Eventually they say it. Yannick is a traitor. She immediately flinches, her eyes going to her prosthetic arm, her muscles clenching. She writes it out, more eager to prove to be wrong than she is to hurt them. When I came here from SNR, it was Yannick who was one of the first support to look after me. I should have known then that I was naive and afraid. Sleeper. I know I should have told you that I worked for SNR long ago, but I thought that you would abandon me for my final friend. What I should know is I left SNR was running for their own. Leaked documents in the secret program. The illegal and immoral practices relied on to the press. SNR wanted me dead. I fled as far as I could. This refuge at the end of the circuit systems. What does it have to do with Yannick? Sleeper knows you're SNR, but I told him. While you hide me the color, cover being a whistleblower, you and I both know you worked on the Sleeper program. Yannick told me as much. It is true. It was Yannick, not me, who was in the pocket of SNR. Prove it. You made some kind of deal to keep me here, tie me up in debt, to lock me up in exchange. Just tell us, for God's sake. Exchange for those. Nodding towards the pathetic arm of the screen. Using Yannick enforcers. Using you as test subject for SNR technology. I have the data to prove it. Bringing them in under the guise of stolen shipments and having me fit them. Knowing each one is capturing data and sending it back to its makers. Rabia's fixed expression has started to fade. It's all here. Cost never to music data, failure rates, error rates. These are untested implants, Rabia. They can short out, fail, cause cascading failures across the person's body. And they have. I thought the error rate of units was due down to being stolen or modified. I've tried to fix hundreds of failures in my time here. Not all of them. Stop. Unable to continue. Rabia shows her eyes and breathes in. Then she opens them again, holds out an hand to Sabine. Show me, she says. Much later, when you leave, Sabine is still taking Rabia through the manifest units of data. Both of them crowded around the terminal as Sabine leads Rabia through each layer of the As you leave, Sabine catches your eye, and something passes between you. Something like a thank you, sorry, or some other expression that communicates with sadness and hope. All right, my first 3 point. All right, let's put that into interface. Three cycles as they figure this crap out. So, tending bar, I guess. before I wrap up, let's do one more because we're ready to. We have one clock finished. Paula comes to you one shift when the bar is empty. Tap you on the shoulder as you clean the bar. It's ready. And it's prepared air. Girl? Obviously, she grabs you by the arm before you can ask anything else and drags you in the back room. The smell hits you feeling when you enter. A cocktail of rich fermentation and chemical sharpness. The room is warm and bright now. Millions of salt lights making the place clean, whether it is or not. Paula has pulled a couple stools around a pretzel crate where 2 glasses and a few fingers of pale Curiol sit waiting. Have you even tried it yet? See if she's nervous. Well, to the makeshift table, the slight strangeness of the situation make you both jumpy. He hands you a glass. Cheers, she says solemnly and knocks the glass back into the sink. First sensation is burning, a sharp nose-clearing blast of alcohol that your frame craving whether you would like to activate save mode. You gulp the drink back, and only then, behind the burn, you taste the earthy tones of the mushrooms, the wood and the soil, left behind like sediment. Barely, strong. Oop, that was heavy. As promised, though. You think you'd have an idea. She grabs a metal bottle from the Lean Salt Work Surface and adds a few drops of water to the grill. Try again. This, for those of you who don't know anything about alcohol, it's called cracking. You do this with whiskey. You add a couple drops of water. It dilutes things a little bit, adjusts the chemical composition because you have the water bond and bonding with the molecules of the alcohol, that sort of thing. This time the burn is a warming glow, harsh but fading off. The woodiness less heavy. Taste something floral among the marshy decay, something fresh and light, bright you never expected to find. You tell him with eyes. It's really good, right? Really better. He nods, sticks in his sip. Damn good. Bella pours out some more Curiol, then adds some more water. The action's already taken the quality ritual. Both right. Ducks her feet beat her on the stool, folding her legs. She looks down into your glass and swirls the liquid thoughtfully. I could make the fungus joke, but I'm not going to. What's on your mind? My father opened this place, you know, out of nowhere, thoughts suddenly becoming words. It was his attempt at making a life for us, my family, who got to the eye. We're refugees. Sinza, yeah, it's one of Ember's lesser moons. Not much, I was only tiny when we came. I was thinking about something my father had told me. He set this place up and wanted to call it the Bantia. It's fair to scare off the customers, so we kind of translated it. Hence, the Overlook. And these past few cycles, been in here, but think about renaming the place. The Bantia. What do you think? What does it mean? Dad said translate Overlook, so something like that maybe. Watchtower maybe. Look out. The quick sip her glass. That sells at the end. Then, to the Bantia. You both clink your glasses and drink up. Kisses her teeth. Still harsh. Grabs your shoulder. Oh, sleeper, I totally forgot. She stumbles to her feet. Lurches over the corner of the room, warms up past the seat, rips it off. She's performing a trick. Beneath is a neat little kitchen, a sink, and a work surface, and a comfort oven with a hob. Kitchen. You can come here to mix up any time, as long as you promise not to raid the mushroom farm. Need those for the girl. I was thinking if things pick up too, we can start serving proper food at the Overlook. The Bandian. You like it? It's perfect. Thank you. Gives you a hug and quickly stands back. Sorry, I'm glad you're here. I think we've had enough. She lets what happened in the bottle. Perhaps you are right. Tala ties away the glasses back to the kitchen. I think it all works. It's small and salvage, but after what you can put up with, it feels like a dream come true. Later together for the day, you share a glass of the good girl. Tala comes back to the bar, and you share a glass of the good girl, one she didn't distill. This time you talk about nothing in particular, sharing stories about regulars, discussing the best place to eat. Which, frankly, has happened, feels like a nice change of pace. When it comes time to leave, you promise to cook for Tala and agree to let her know that which shift should be working the coming cycles and slip out of the cooling time. And at this moment, you feel for once at home. Alright, so this quest line is basically done. Now I I can cook food for myself. Three days till departure. 2 days till departure. And 2 days until this quest completes. 2 days until Robbie's office finishes. Three days until the next job becomes available. Alright, so now let's work at the freight hub. Cat. Back myself a bit with scrap components. Cycle. And I think this is a pretty good place to wrap for today.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. And also consider backing my Patreon. Patreon backers get episodes up to 1 week early of this show and any future Let's Plays. Also, please consider backing my Ko-fi. Toss me a few bucks, also helps support the show, and it's not a monthly obligation or anything like that.